This is INCRadio DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning to everyone tuning in and listening to INCRadio Silicon Valley, California. Hello to everyone. Well, I'm Sister Jill Navasca. Joining me tonight.
I'm Brother Miguel Jimenez.
And we want to say hello already to those in the live chat because we have something super extra special for all of you. Please continue to send in your comments and greetings. And for today, we have something special for the topmost commenter of the night. For those, we will announce a winner for that individual who has sent in their comments, who's greeted everybody in the live chat. And what are they going to get? Brother Miguel, let's go ahead and show them. And this is from INC Media. We already know this. Everyone has coveted this throughout the beginning of this year. It is the Creative Christian Planner. As you can see, here it is. If you can see that, but I know you have already viewed it. For those that would like to receive this, please make sure you put your local hashtag so that we know where to send it to, and make sure you continue to say hello and greet us throughout our broadcast tonight. And of course, before we get into our topic of kickstarting your fitness journey, we would like to showcase the local congregation of South San Jose. And with us,
I'm Sister Becky
from South San Jose.
And I'm Brother Gus.
Also from South San Jose. Welcome to our broadcast tonight. And as we know, San Jose, the congregation of San Jose historically has been one of the largest local congregation outside of the Philippines. So it makes sense. It's a natural progression of the local congregation to have an extension. And this happened to be the local congregation of South San Jose. Do you remember when the extension began and how it all got started for the local congregation of South San Jose?
Of course, being an officer in San Jose for the longest time, it was a long time coming, and everything planned out. And with with God's grace, we were able to have our first inaugural worship service on October 19, 2019.
Wow, that's an easy date to remember. October 19th, 2019.
How about you, Brother Gus? How was your experience like when South San Jose got established?
Yeah, I think it was for us, all of us being in like the same area in San Jose when it was first getting announced. We were all super excited to have our own locale. It was a brand new thing, a brand new experience for us. The new venue was 2 minutes from my house. So,
Easy, yes.
I only had to shower 10 minutes before, the all-in time. So it was great.
Yeah, so South San Jose happens to be one of the youngest local congregation here in our district of Silicon Valley, California. And it's kind of amazing to think that in just 5 months after having your inaugural worship service, we went into lockdown. If we all know this, March of 2020, we went into lockdown. And being a newly established local congregation, I'm sure there were still a lot of things that needed to work, that the local congregation needed to work through, and then to go suddenly into a lockdown. What was that like for your congregation?
All I can say is that being in lockdown and being a newly established local congregation, of course, it was challenging at first. But then again, you can see how Iglesia ni Cristo works, and they have to go through the challenges of making sure that emerging technologies will have a breakthrough even through worship service. And I am proud to say that even though, yes, we're newly established, I think the local congregation of South San Jose thrived amazingly because we thirsted for each other's company. Each visitation was amazing. Each meeting, whenever we would see each other, we're just excited to see each other. And I guess even though, yes, COVID happened, it's ironic But for us, I think our closeness became much, we are already close, but we became closer.
Oh, I
So
see.
that experience really brought your local like even closer than anyone could have thought, because being so young in the as a congregation, you would think they might have fallen, but for God's, with God's help, and you were brought even closer as a local congregation. So I want to ask, a year into the lockdown, I think when you celebrated your first anniversary, it was still somewhat of a lockdown. And do you remember what your local congregation did for your first year anniversary, Brother Gus?
Yeah, it was a surreal experience, but through God's grace, we were able to have a WebEx celebration for our first ever anniversary,
Right.
which was a really unique experience. But also, what we were able to do in the locale was have a car parade
Oh,
at our venue where
Mhm.
we would give out goodies, snacks, and food, and it was just a chance for us to see each other at that time when
Yes.
we were we're seeing each other a couple times a week on WebEx, and now we get to do a car parade, and we decorated our cars.
Oh, how
And
fun!
yeah.
Yeah, how fun was that? Do you remember that day? What are some of the other highlights that happened on your first year anniversary celebration?
It's very unique because, even though that we're far apart from each other, we made so many ways. I guess it's where imagination thrives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had Kahoots as one of our games.
Oh,
We
yeah.
had, we had several games. We featured how the local congregation came about.
Yeah.
And even though the challenges are there, everyone was just enthusiastic into that WebEx celebration.
I think one of the, every celebration, of course, is unique, but I think for your first year, that's even more memorable than I think anybody. I'm sure if we spoke with anyone else from the local congregation of South San Jose, they will remember that celebration. And then, in your fifth year, was there a little bit of a get together after? Um, for your fifth year for the local congregation?
Yeah, every year now we kind of have this
You still do the drive-through? No, kidding.
we park our cars
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and we get out of the cars.
Oh,
this
now
time
you can
around.
get out, right?
Yeah, but we always use our Santa Teresa Library, which is really close to kind of like central South San Jose. It's a good central area for everybody, and that's where we always have like our big local celebrations and evangelical missions. So
And
we had another
get-togethers.
one, yeah, just
Just as past
yeah.
October. Awesome. Speaking of the area of South San Jose, we think it's a major city. If in California, it's obviously in the heart of Silicon Valley as well. But then, where would you, if someone were to come visit South San Jose, where would you take them to sightsee or to do activities with?
I would like to digress back to when COVID happened.
Mhm.
I think it was so life changing that you can see people doing their best to be able to be physically healthy.
Yeah.
And in South San Jose, there's so many landmarks. And one of maybe to name a few, there's Marshall Cottle Park, and then there's Almaden Lake Park, and then there's Quicksilver. So for the fitness, people who are very much into fitness,
Yeah.
these are amazing places because the greenery is there. Almaden Lake, it's such a great place where the kids can play, and there's
Yeah.
several playgrounds. And I think that's one of the highlights of being in South San Jose.
A lot of outdoor areas, especially, and it's true, after COVID, everyone wanted to be outside. We were cooped up for almost 2 years or so in our homes and distance from everybody. So to be out and about, and it sounds like South San Jose has a lot of these places to be physically active or just to be out with your friends and loved ones to enjoy each other's company in these areas.
And I think that was a really good point that you mentioned, all those different parks and all the things to do, like in terms of like activity and fitness in South San Jose. You really touched the point. And I think that's a really great segue to really talking about our main topic today, which is talking about fitness and our fitness goals for this upcoming year. All of us, I'm sure that majority of us have really wanted to start off the year strong and really kickstart our fitness journey. So, with this topic, I really wanted to ask us how South San Jose and even in the chat, what are your typical fitness routines that you like to do in order to stay active? And let's also understand what type of activities have you guys that South San Jose has in order to stay active.
So while everyone is putting in and thinking about the activities they like to do, let's read some comments and see what they're
Yes, let's read
saying
some.
about or greeting us, or maybe including a little bit of ideas of how to stay active. So let's read Joseph Irasusta. He says, after the car decoration portion of that South San Jose 1 year anniversary, I was very focused to create a same day edit highlight film we got to watch
Ooh,
through
wow.
WebEx.
That's
Oh,
so cute. Yeah.
thanks, Brother Joe. That is awesome to do.
That is awesome. Yeah.
Thanks for that memory for South San Jose for their first. Again, I think that's one of maybe the best 1 year anniversary memory that I've heard of thus far. So
Yes.
South San Jose is taking that prize.
Yes.
We'll say hello to our assistant district supervising minister, Ka Alex Onyate. Hello po everyone. Hashtag SBC. Hello and thank you po for joining us in
Thank
our
you.
broadcast today.
And shout out to Romil. Good evening and po. Happy viewing po from San Jose as hashtag SVC.
And of course, we also have our district supervising minister with us today, Brother Noel Gasman, who would like to greet. Hello to all. Welcome to INC Radio, Silicon Valley, California. More power to our hosts, crew, production staff, and supporting viewers. Praise be to God. Yes, thank you, Paul, Noel. And to all, again, to all our viewers joining us and tuning in and sending in their comments as well.
And one last comment is from Mark Anthony. He would like to mention my fitness goal is simple. Just maintain my weight throughout intermittent fasting.
100%.
Oh, I
That's
like that.
good.
Maintain your weight.
Maintaining
Yes.
your weight. Yes.
That's a good goal.
That is a great
That
goal.
seems doable.
That's doable.
That's like I think realistic maybe
Yeah.
for many to just want to maintain their weight.
Okay. Yeah, and definitely that's something that we would like to talk about with our topic today. So, Brother Gus, you mentioned like offline that you were starting your fitness goals and everything. So, what are some things that you've been doing and working on beginning this year?
Yeah, I'm just I'm kickstarting my fitness journey. I'm starting on Monday. I'm just kidding.
It's always a good day to start.
it's
It's a good day to start.
Next Monday is always is the best.
You
day
mean
to
this
start.
Monday or the following Monday?
next
Monday.
Yeah. This the past few months I've been just working on. It's a new thing for me. I've never been one to like go to the gym or lift weights. I just like most Filipino boys just play basketball growing up and do
That's
nothing
it.
else.
Basketball and that's it.
So
Yes.
doing like weightlifting or going to the gym, trying to go to the gym consistently, it has been a new thing for me. But also, eating good food has also been consistent with me. Also,
Yeah.
even more, I'm really consistent in that.
That's
so-
another topic.
Yeah. So it's been trying to balance everything, but yeah. it's a
So
good goal.
incorporating it into what you already been doing, how has that been going? Like what are some of the ways to incorporate going to the gym consistently that you've noticed? What have you done differently? Did you like set something? What was the difference? Before you're just playing basketball and that was it and you're done. That's your physical activity. But now you've added going to the gym. How were you able to add it?
Well, I think for me is just making time and trying to carve out the time. I'm not a morning person at all. So just trying to sleep early. I didn't do that. But
That's a
to
good
wake
tip.
up early,
That's a good tip. Yes.
to then like have some time before work. I think for a lot of us who go to a lot of church activities and are church officers, sometimes after work, we're always, going to missionary activities, or sometimes we have meetings, choir practices. It's tough to go to the gym right after work because, there's always something in your schedule. So the only answer is you got to get up before work.
Do
you
it
know?
before
You
work.
got to do it before work.
But I
Um,
think if, for instance, as mentioned, Mark mentioned about, keeping your weight like consistent throughout the year. If that's something that it's in your mind, then of course you will then plan it out, as mentioned, the time to go to the gym. And if that happens to be before work, then then you just have to sort of keep that goal to, stay within your weight, not gain more. But or the other thing that you mentioned earlier was like be able to eat anything you want. Staying active so that you could, enjoy and, being able to just be able to eat food.
Can I just add something on intermittent fasting? Just because I had this health scare when, and from 2015 to 2019. And one of the best things that I've ever experienced was to go through keto. And at the same time, I did intermittent fasting. And with the lockdown, of course, it's impossible to be able to
That was
maintain your weight
hard.
and whatnot.
I agree.
But then being mindful, it's just being mindful of the food that you eat.
Of course, of course.
Intermittent fasting for me had become amazing. I maintained my weight through
Nice.
intermittent fasting. And one of the things that you have, most of the televiewers would like to think about or keep in mind that you should allow your body to heal. And doing intermittent fasting is allowing your body to burn all the calories, burn all the sugars, and allowing it to function very well. Because yes, being Filipinos, oh my gosh,
Oh.
there's lumpia and there's
Rice.
The rice,
Oh
the
my
and
rice
it's
is
God.
the
carbs over
biggest.
carbs
Yeah.
and over carbs. But you have to think whatever you eat fuels your body, and you have to be mindful of that. What I've done for years now is like I would treat myself every single day, but be mindful. Oh, it's leche flan that I've eaten, so I cannot have Coke anymore, or maybe I would
switch it
cut-
out.
cut
Yes.
down on
I
rice because
see.
you
Yeah.
have to take care of your body because no one else would.
Oh, I see.
So and on top of that, you have to be mindful of your vitamins and your supplements, because it's not just physical exercise, it's not just intermittent fasting, it is a combination of things. And in order for you to be able to function mentally well at work or at school, you have to have that outlook that you have to do your best even with your eating. So that is
Yeah.
how
I see. I have a question on basically intermittent fasting, all that, and especially for those the viewers as well. Would like to ask this and pose this question out to the chat. What keeps you motivated to stay fit, to stay active, have a clean diet, and learning how to have intermittent fasting? Because there's a lot of temptation, especially living in San Jose, South San Jose.
Lots of
All
good
these
food.
great food that's here, and of course, it's a lot easier to just buy fast food, just eat out, and
That is
especially skip the gym if it's too late or too early for you. So there's a lot of
What's the
hindrances.
motivation?
What's the
Yeah.
motivation for you both?
I have two kids. I think um, being able to perform my duty in church, I don't want to be sick.
Yeah.
I have a lot of responsibilities at work. I would like to enjoy playtime with the kids,
Yeah.
and allowing myself to get sick is like it's a violation of everything that we've even learned in the Bible.
Yeah.
So for me, your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. You must take care of it
Take
well.
care of it. Yes.
And that is every day when I wake up. That is my mantra, for lack of a better term.
That's a great motivation. Is exactly what you just mentioned, Brother Gus.
Well, that one was so good and like spiritual. Here, now
Were you-
I'm gonna be like, I just want to look good for myself, and
I just want to eat. No, there are different. But there are different motivation for whatever works for the individual. They should use it, right? They should use it to continue to motivate themselves. I think we have a couple tips from our chat. We have Mark Vasquez. Taking a hike with a scenic view is enjoyable for physical fitness. That's a good one. I like that. And then we have Karan Ryan Fabalor, 30-minute walk while giving up Pasugo. Absolutely. 30-minute walk is recommended. I think everyone,
Yes.
I think this is one of, I think it's an easier physical activity
Of
to
course.
do if
Getting
you
your
just
steps in.
getting steps in.
Yes.
30 minutes, being mindful of how much activity you've already done for the day, like steps. I think there's a lot of gadgets now that track how many steps you have, and if you've been sitting down, it alerts you to get up and walk a few more steps. So getting steps in, and if you don't have, let's just say you don't have the 30-minute block, but if you're able to do it throughout the day, that counts as, you know, as being active.
Like washing the dishes.
Doing
Small
some
things,
small things
just
will
parking
add
your
up.
car out a little bit further from the grocery store, or
Yes.
even just taking the stairs instead of using the elevator. All of these are really small things that adds up. Yeah, there's some more comments I want to read. One is from Brother Walton. What keeps me motivated to keep my fitness goal is keeping in mind that I only have one body and I want to use it to serve God. That's a really good one.
I think that's
Ex- Those
that
are a very excellent motivation.
motivation. Those are
Yes.
excellent motivation.
And then Pia said, my mom and I started going on walks this year, even if it was just around the neighborhood, and we would have small talk. So even just making it fun, socializing
That's
can make it
That's
really
so
easy.
nice.
Yeah,
I
super
like that.
sweet.
Just the walking aspect, just getting out. You know, sometimes it's hard. As mentioned, we get home from our day's activities, whatever that combination might be, and you're done. You're spent. But the motivation is what will help you get out to do that walk, even if it's just around the block, or go into the gym, even if it's maybe for 15 minutes. At least you know you have that motivation to say, I have to, or you're gonna miss a day and not be active. And all those, the motivation is actually, I think, really key
Yes.
to having this, to really have a goal, or a fitness goal.
And just to add, and I'm going to speak in Filipino. Us being officers, being involved in church, I would say this: bawal magkasakit, because
You can't
being
get
in
sick.
church and
Yes.
being able to praise God and perform your office, it is so enlightening and so motivating.
Yes,
So
yes.
bawal talagang magkasakit.
Yes. So in translate, you can't get sick, and I think that's a mentality that many of us who are in the church probably hold, is that it's really hard to get sick. You
Yes.
feel like you miss out one in when we go in and do our obligations, and so being sick is almost the last thing you want to happen.
Mhm.
So being active will help with that idea.
Yes.
So
And then also I wanted to ask, kind of segue to what we were talking about earlier. Just talking about how motivation is a huge aspect when it comes to fitness. I wanted to ask Brother Gus, in South San Jose, what type of activities, like physical fitness activities, that you guys like to do together that really makes things like exercise fun?
Yeah, we South San Jose is huge on basketball. We have a lot of like sports heads and sports fans,
mhm.
people who love to just be active and play a lot of sports. In Unity games, we always have, whether it's the sisters or the brothers, we always have lots of participation in like volleyball and basketball, as well as like hiking with all the, like what Sister Becky said, with like all of the trails and the parks around
Yeah.
South San Jose. We really love bonding around like being in the outdoors, being with each other, and having those types of activities.
And I think that's what's great about having these activities, that you then not really force, but then it gives you that reason to go out, play basketball when the time comes for Unity games. Everyone will come out and try to play a sport, but that gives them active. But again, that's one motivation. But there's also some other comments from our viewers that says, from Harem Faye, fitness goal is keeping self and family healthy physically and mentally. I know we are all talking about physical fitness, right? But there's also that mental fitness that we haven't touched on. But I think a little bit of that is that motivation, because that's really what's going to help you be active physically, is that what's in you. What those goals are that's motivating you to continue in being active.
Yes. And just like to really thank, especially the chat, for being super active when it comes to really what type of fitness activities and what motivation is really that you wanted to utilize in order to really set these goals when, especially with it being a new year and everything like that.
And South San Jose happens to be the, it sounds like a good area because of all the
Yes,
trails
the
that you,
different trails,
all the
the
different
parks.
trails, bikes, walk, run. Oh, you're active all the time. So
Yes.
I'm looking forward to seeing South San Jose and being on top of the Unity games, or at least in track and field. So speaking of activities, we had an activity this past weekend. So Kuya Tech, if you could already put on our CWS activity last Saturday, had a card making activity, and our young brothers and sisters had made cards to pass out to their friends and loved ones, and it could be anything. Of course, it's always so nice to have something handwritten. You know, I think that was a really nice activity for the our children, for our youth to have, because nowadays they're just texting hi, hello, but to
Yes.
have a handmade card from them, I think
it
it's
means
real.
means different. It's
They've taken the time to create a card, and some of the cards that they also were able to create were in sharing their faith. And I do
yes,
believe in the cards that they made to say hello to their friends, they included an INC media card. I remember seeing that they created a little note for their friend, but also dropped in the INC media card. So it was really nice. And we're seeing some of the photos of our young brothers and sisters together with the officers from the Children's Worship Service, helping them in creating these cards to share with their friends. They're so cute and so awesome for this activity, because it just goes to show a little bit of creativity, a little bit of heart that goes into this. It makes it a very special note to hand to your friends and loved ones. There it is. And I think that is the last of the photo. Oh, we have one more. Oh,
Melody.
I believe this was in Fremont. She's so
Yes.
cute. Awesome.
Right.
And then we also have some upcoming activities. But before, do we want to announce who the winner is? Are we ready for that? Let's see. Oh, we are.
You have a winner.
We have an for those that have submitted their greetings and joined in the chat. We have winners for the creative planner and a couple lanyards that says truth on it, and it says INC Media Truth. We have 2 to give out for tonight.
We have one green and one blue lanyard.
Again, thank you to INC Media for giving us these prizes to share with all of you in our district of Silicon Valley. So first up, go ahead, Brother Miguel. Let's announce our first winner.
Okay, our first winner, the winner is from the local congregation of Milpitas.
Go Milpitas!
That's the first clue. But our winner from local congregation of Milpitas is Harmon Faye Sikat. Harmon.
Haram Faye.
Faye.
Haram Faye. And from the local congregation of Milpitas. Thank you. And they will be getting the
planner.
Yay! Prize time. Next up. Okay, now getting a lanyard, again, to put your keys on, badges, bus passes, you know, so it's always on you, you don't lose it. I made my kids have one of these lanyards because they lose their keys, and bus passes. But here is our winner for the first one of the 2 lanyards we're giving out today. We have from Gilroy, Nelly Magno. Woo! Thank you for joining and being one of the top comment chat in our live chat today. Last but not least, Brother Miguel.
Last but not least, we have another winner for this other lanyard right here. The green lanyard, also from Truth, from INC Media. We have Brother Joseph from Union City.
You get a lanyard. You can put your all your badges from all the events you cover. Thank you. And again, thank you for being the top commenters in our live chat tonight. It just goes to show being chatty is a winning combination. Okay, now we'll move on to our upcoming activities. So Kuya Tech, please bring up our promos.
So we have our first activity that's actually happening tomorrow. Uh, we're actually having our DIY milk tea social, which will be happening at 12 p.m. at San Jose. So bring your friends, bring your families. Come to the function hall at San Jose at 12 p.m. And we'll have a lot of milk tea. We'll have games and everything like that. It'll be a lot of fun.
Walk before you get your boba.
Yes, make sure you get your steps in.
Park at the park
further.
away from the function hall. Get your steps in,
Get your
right,
steps in
Brother
before
Miguel?
we have
Okay,
boba. Yes,
next
yes.
next activity promo. Of course, this Sunday we will be having the evangelical mission, which is a worldwide evangelical mission, and this is happening in our district in every local congregation at 6 p.m.
Yes. And then on February 9th, we have our scan and we have our actually our February we have our Kadiwa formal. This is a huge one for especially for our Kadiwa because this is going to be our first Kadiwa formal that is within Silicon Valley. And this weekend on Sunday we'll be releasing the website that's going to be where we can register, and we have a bunch of promo videos. It's going to be a bunch of fun. Please register and please share amongst all Kadiwa members that you know that will be interested in coming out. It's going to be a great time. On also, let's just save the date for February 23. So let's share it out to all of the Kadiwa that we know.
And our next promo, oh, this one is gonna be so yummy and good. And we're gonna this is for a children's worship service activity. It is a cupcake decorating activity. And this is happening on February 16th.
Wow, that
So
sounds like fun.
it looks
Get
like
your steps
fun.
in though.
Get all the sprinkles ready to go. No
Yes.
glitter.
Yes.
Gets everywhere.
Okay.
Okay, our next activity coming up.
Our next activity, we have our dance workshop, which will be happening on February 14th.
Perfect.
Wow.
This is a good way to get started.
Get started. Yeah, super
To
fun,
move.
exciting. Get your dance on, and really learn how to really also exercise on the same time. So that's activity that's going to be coming up on February 14th.
And I believe that is all our upcoming activities. So please save the dates for all those. Please
Yes.
remember, we would love to see everyone to come out and participate in all the activities, from the
Mhm.
Kadiwa to our CWS members. And the dance workshop is open to all CFOs.
Yes,
So
all CFO.
even if you're not you don't think you can dance, but if you can move, that's already worth it
Yeah.
to come out and join the dance workshop.
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
so we want to say congratulations to all of our winners, Haram, Nelly, Joseph, for being our top comment in our live chat today. So please please come again and join us next week. And the broadcast will be at Union City, where
City.
we will have more prizes to give away. So we will be in Union City next Friday starting at 10 p.m. Please join us once again in our broadcast.
Yes, please join us. And we can join us on ways to tune in and keep up with church media. We have our YouTube at INCRadio DZEM 954. Please share the link and subscribe. Social media, Iglesia Ni Cristo News and Updates on Facebook. And we also have our Instagram at INC Media News and Updates.
And before we go, I just want to say ask our panelists from South San Jose, do you have any greetings or shout outs for tonight? Everyone's been greeting on our live chat. Do you have anyone you'd like to greet? You first. Go ahead, guys.
Shout out to our live audience from the local South San Jose, Sister Shannon and Brother Gerald.
Yes, Jose in the house.
We're small but mighty. And shout out to the fiance also. I mean, finance.
What?
officers. No, I read it wrong. Finance officers of South San Jose. Yeah, I read it wrong.
Sister Becky.
I'd like to greet everyone. Good evening, my family.
There we go. Hello, family. Hello.
South San Jose.
And South San Jose. Thank you to the local congregation of South San Jose for joining us tonight, enlightening us about the youngest local congregation in this district of Silicon Valley.
Yes, yes.
So that was awesome to learn more.
Awesome, awesome.
And so we would like to specially thank our church administration. We'd like to thank our executive minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, and to our CEBSI CEO and Christian Family Organization Coordinator, Brother Angelo Manalo, for giving us platforms such as INC Radio to be able to share this topic tonight with you and to also be able to greet all of our brethren from around the world.
And we'd also like to thank also, especially our district staff from Silicon Valley. We'd like to first thank District Supervising Minister Ka Noel S. Gasman, our Assistant District Supervising Minister Ka Alex, our CFO Overseer Ka Mark Anthony Manuel, and our Multimedia Advisor Ka Francis.
And of course, for INC Radio, Kuya Tech, they're showing us our promo and pictures earlier. Of course, Ka Manly Andaya and Ka Wally, our station manager. So again, thank you
Thank
to
you.
everyone and the live chat,
Thank you.
to our
Thank you.
panelists, to everyone here and behind the scenes. So we will see you again next time here at INC Radio, Silicon Valley, every Fridays at 10 p.m. Bye.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, South San Jose.
you.
Thank you, everyone.